Hello everyone, Randy coming back at you with FPV Trends, and I've got a warning for you. And this is a caution. It's my experience. You may not have the same experience. I don't know. It could be that it's just me. Maybe I'm not able. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not good. But this motion controller for the Avata, I love it. I absolutely love it. I love flying with it. But when a certain thing happens, it is absolutely useless, or at least in my experience, it's useless. And that is when it loses GPS signal. When the drone loses GPS signal, this motion controller seems to be worthless. It just doesn't control the drone that well, if any at all. Now I was turning it and every which direction I could turn it, and it just would not control the drone. Let's go ahead and take a look at the video footage. I'll explain to you during the video footage. This is from the goggles so that you can see when it lost GPS signal, what it did. And there's one more important thing that it did that's very, very dangerous, and I want you to pay attention to that. So let's go ahead and watch that particular video. Okay, so I got this in my editor so I can control it a little more and be able to draw on it. So let's go ahead and watch it first, then we'll go back and I'll tell you what I believe is happening here. So let's just go ahead and watch it. You can see I'm flying around here, and I'm coming around the corner, and then all of a sudden the drone just loses complete control, and the controller would not move it. I pushed the brake and was able to get a little bit of control, and then it lost control again right here, so I had to press the brake again. And then finally the controller started working a little bit, so I went ahead and unpressed the brake and flew it back around to the back side of my house. Now let's take a look at it again and see what I believe happened, and let me point out a few things to you. So let's go ahead and press play, and then we'll press pause right here. Now I want to point out a few things here. First of all, I had full RC and HD bars. I did only have 7 satellites. Okay, so it's not able to even determine how close to the ground it is. And this is not really that bad a cloud cover. I don't understand. You can see blue sky right here, and it's just light clouds. So I don't understand why it only had 7 satellites. But let's go ahead and let it play a little bit. We'll get it around here right to where it takes control. Now, you'll notice right here, it goes ahead and tells you that the GPS has no vision, and I've still got full bars and still only 7 satellites. So let's let it continue playing here. All of a sudden what happens is it puts it in normal mode, which I think I was already in normal mode, but I'm assuming it puts it in normal mode because it turned this normal red and it said normal mode. It popped up right there. So anyway, it's telling me again that I've lost GPS signal, got 7 satellites. Again, I've lost 1 bar on HD, but the remote has all 4 bars. Okay, so I should have complete control of this drone. And instead it slides back. I had to press the brake button to get it to stop sliding, otherwise it would have went into my neighbor's house. It was just sliding back here. Okay, and again, you can see blue sky up here. There's not that much cloud cover. So let's go ahead and play it. Then I gained back a little bit of control. I'm able to get it out here to the street, and look what happens. As soon as I get it out to the street, it loses it again. I've still got 4 bars RC. Now at this point, I'm in the middle of this road, okay? I don't know how high off the ground I am. You can see that there's still blue sky up here, but there's a little clouds back in here. But, you know, you still got blue sky and scattered clouds here, very thin clouds. So let's take a look and watch what happens here. So I hit the brake again, and at this point, I'm just waiting on it to get back up to enough satellites to where I can get it back around the other side of the house. So we'll watch it here. It's up to 10 now. It's up to, let's see, it's at 10. Now it's at 12. Now I want you to make another note here. Look what this just did. It just updated my home point. Guess where it just made my home point? Right here in the middle of the street. 3.2 feet off the ground, it made my home point right here in the middle of the street. Now, how dangerous is that? If I were to be out here flying somewhere and it had to go and return to home, it's going to just fly right over here in the middle of the street and land right here in the middle of the street for a car to run over it, or for a car to try to avoid it and crash or anything like that. That is dangerous. That is definitely dangerous. But even more than that is the fact that I lost complete control over the drone while it didn't have GPS. Now again, I was using the motion controller, but you should still have control over it even with the motion controller. So as you can see, just be careful out there. Be careful of how many satellites you have on your GPS, and be careful when you're flying around. If you start losing GPS, use that brake button. That saved me from going into my neighbor's house. That brake button, because I have a feeling it would have just kept going backwards and spinning, and it would have went right into my neighbor's house, and that would have been a bad thing. So anyway, use caution when you're flying your DJI Avata with the motion controller. So until next time, stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see you on the flip side.